It's one thing to be passionate about one's work and put it out into the world in the hope that it's making a positive difference. It is another thing when that work is recognized and awarded by those in your field whom you genuinely respect. And I'm fortunate enough that that is what has happened to me. My name is Libbe HaLevy. I'm the producer and host of Nuclear Hot Seat, a weekly podcast on nuclear issues. And I am the grateful 2022 recipient of the Nuclear Free Future Award for Education. What this does is it supports me in what I'm doing for those times when I doubt, is anybody listening? Does this make any difference? And I learned that yes, it is. Nuclear Hot Seat is a weekly 1-hour podcast that has been in production every week since 3 months after Fukushima. That's more than 11 and a half years ago. In that time, more than 600 episodes have been posted at nuclearhotseat.com, and they are available for free for anyone to search, to utilize, post on your website, send out to your lists, whatever you want, but to give information, because that's what the show does. It provides us with information, and without information, we can't get this work done. Every week, the show consists of a roundup of international nuclear news, an interview with at least one person, an extended interview with at least one person who knows a lot more about these issues than we do and can provide information with depth, clarity, and nuance so that we have a much deeper understanding of what's out there, what needs to be done, what we can do, and how we can do it. There's a section called Activist Shoutout, which allows me to point out work that's being done by the fabulous groups and individuals around the world, and also what the consequences are of the work that they have been doing, as well as provide opportunities for people to get involved, to watch an online Zoom seminar, to respond to an issue by signing a petition, sending a letter, calling a representative, doing something. And also at info@nuclearhotseat.com, that's the email. I get email from people around the world who are saying, do you know about this issue that's happening in my neighborhood, in my country, in my part of the world? And that's how I get the stories for Nuclear Hot Seat. So I rely on people. It's interactive. I always want to hear what's happening in the area where you are. There's also Numbnuts of the Week for outstanding nuclear boneheadedness, because I try to keep it light as well. Nuclear Hot Seat is geared for people who know nothing about nuclear, who want to know something, and people who already know something about nuclear, who want to know a little bit more. And you can sign up to get an email with the show. Just go to the website. There's a yellow box. Put your information in. You will get it every week. What this award is going to allow me to do is hire some people to help me with specific tasks involved with my biggest challenge, which is getting the show out into the world in more places. I need to have a much stronger social media visibility. I don't know if I need to learn TikTok, but maybe that's part of it as well. I need people to help me get this up on YouTube. I need people, actually a webmaster, who can do the things on my website that I cannot seem to do because tech are not us. My goal is to put information in the hands of people who can then get it in the hands of people who can make a difference. A genuine difference, to turn around our politicians, to get the attention of the media, to do the hard work of the media for them so that they've got the story delivered on their lap. That's what Nuclear Hot Seat does. And in the coming year, my plan is to increase our international reach by having more outside commentators on the show. I already have Linda Pence-Gunter of Beyond Nuclear. There are others who I cannot announce yet because we're still finalizing their ability to come on. I'm also going to be putting more emphasis on weapons because we've been kept separate weapons over here, mining over there, reactors someplace else. It's all the same issue, and it's all tied up. And how it is tied up will be one of the subjects I will return to repeatedly in the course of the year. As always, my goal is to use the show to keep our movement and those who fight so bravely and have been doing so for so long, keep them in good heart. Because we need the encouragements. We need the atta-girls and the atta-boys. And we need the kind of acknowledgement you've just given me with the Nuclear Free Future Award in Education. I cannot begin to tell you how that has heartened me, encouraged me, and fueled me in ways emotional and spiritual as well as financial to be able to move the show forward. And with your help, fingers crossed, we will get to the point where we aren't all living in the nuclear hot seat. Again, my gratitude.
My name is Malte Göttsche, and I'm a physicist working in research, currently at RWTH Aachen University in Germany. Nuclear weapons are among the biggest threats to humanity. There is a treaty, the Non-Proliferation Treaty, that was not only designed to ensure non-proliferation, but also it requires nuclear weapon states to pursue steps on nuclear disarmament. But today, there are still around 13,000 nuclear weapons. So this treaty has not achieved disarmament. It does have a verification regime. Verification is required to build confidence that parties to an agreement comply with their obligations. But as part of the Non-Proliferation Treaty, only the non-proliferation obligations are being verified. To verify nuclear disarmament in the future, new tools actually must be developed. They do not all exist yet. This is also required for the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons. And this is what I'm working on, and not only myself, but a research community around the world, which I belong to. Why did I end up here? As a physicist, at some point I asked myself the question, what can be my contribution to society? And it was the physicists who built the nuclear weapons, so they should also engage to abolish them. Throughout the past 10 years, I've worked on several methods. For instance, how can one measure whether a warhead is actually being dismantled? Or how can one account for the fissile materials, plutonium and highly enriched uranium, that are the main building blocks for warheads? I also find that teaching students about the dangers of nuclear weapons and thus creating awareness is really important. What is now needed is progress on disarmament. I would love to see the methods that my research community develops being put to place at some point. But unfortunately, this seems to be quite distant today. It will require a joint effort. I come from academia, but policymakers, activists, and the public are at least as important. So to me, outreach, discussing with all those communities is really essential. And therefore, I'm happy about the Nuclear Free Future Award. I see it as a recognition from the activist community and also as encouragement for this dialogue. We all have the same common goal, and that is a world free of nuclear weapons.
Is Anthony Boniface Lyamunda from Tanzania. I am the winner of Nuclear Free Future to the category of resistance. I am working with an organization called Systeme, and this Systeme is from Tanzania. We have been engaging in this project since 2009, where we start a very, very big campaign of fighting against the uranium exploration in the country. For the current situation, there is no any more activity that is going on, but the exploration now have been started up because I am just passing out to get information from Uranium Network, that is the organization from Germany, to my friend called Gunther. he sent me email and tell me there's another organization called, there's another company, uranium company called Ausklang, and this Ausklang is a company from Australia. And also the owner also said the executive director is the Australia born, but is Tanzanian, but he been born in Australia. So this is the other activity, the very, very current activity that are starting to come up. For the 5-6 years, let's say for the past years, there is no more other activity more than the mining that is going on in Serugem Reserve. In Serugem Reserve, the owner of this mining is a uranium one from South Africa. But the owner of the uranium, the shareholder of this uranium one is the Rosatom. This is the Russian company. So that's the current situation. Of course, for the moment they are mining, but there is no any more information that they're closing up, so the community or the people to know.
Ja, meine Motivation, gegen die Atomkraft zu kämpfen, ist ja ganz klar. Atomkraft birgt immense Gefahren mit sich. Gaugefahr, Atommüll, Verstrahlung von Uranbau, Bergarbeiterinnen. Die Liste ist so lang, dass ich die jetzt gar nicht alles auflisten kann. Natürlich ist noch extreme hohe Kosten. Das ist eine kapitalistische Energieform, zentralisiert über die Köpfe der Menschen hinweg. Genau, es gibt tausende Gründe, gegen die Atomkraft zu kämpfen. Also großer Widerstand für mich ist im Grunde genommen der Atomstaat, der mit ganz viel Repression vorgeht. Ich selbst wurde mal rund um die Uhr überwacht, zum Beispiel bei Atomtransporte, weil ich vielleicht in einen Baum klettern würde, was vielleicht eine Ordnungswidrigkeit, sowas wie Falschparken über der Schiene. Und da wurde ich auch schon mal sogar tagelang eingesperrt. In Frankreich wurden Menschen, die gegen das Atomklo in Bure kämpfen, auch überwacht. Kumuliert sind das, glaube ich, 8 Jahre Telefonüberwachungsstunden wegen angeblicher krimineller Vereinigung. Am Ende gab es zwar einen Freispruch, aber man sieht, was auch Repression macht. Der Staat kämpft gegen Menschen, die gegen die Atomkraft sind. Und das ist für mich ein großer Widerstand. Und natürlich liegt es daran, dass die ganzen Institutionen mit Pro-Atom-Lobbyisten besetzt sind. In Brüssel gibt es so viele Lobbyisten, die da tätig sind und Druck auf die Abgeordneten machen, zum Beispiel für die EU-Taxonomie. Oder in Frankreich natürlich Force de Frappe, national stolz, Atomkraft ist toll. Und dadurch du wächst so auf mit dieser Idee, Atomkraft ist die Lösung, obwohl es ja gar nicht der Fall ist. Dringend ist die Stilllegung aller Atomanlagen weltweit, und zwar sofort. Kleine Schritte für große Träume. Das heißt, hier in Deutschland haben wir erreicht, dass AKWs abgeschaltet werden. Aber die Brennelementefabrik in Lingen, die Urananreicherungsanlage in Kronau, die laufen weiter, beliefern die ganze Welt mit Atom. Und die Radioaktivität wird wohl keinen Halt an der Grenze machen. Und wenn die Atomgeschäfte keinen Halt machen, dann mache ich auch keinen Halt mit meinem Widerstand. Und in Lingen haben wir zum Beispiel auch ein französischer Konzern, das ist Framatome. Und Framatome macht wieder Geschäfte mit Rosatom. Und Rosatom ist ein russischer Konzern, das heißt, mit der Atomkraft füllen wir die Kriegskasse von Putin. Darum kämpfe ich dagegen. Und natürlich sollen wir auch gegen das neue Atomkraftprogramm von Frankreich, ich meine, der aktuelle IPR kostet 19 Milliarden Euro und die wollen nochmal sowas bauen, obwohl die Kosten explodieren, das Ding nicht richtig funktioniert, ist einfach eine Gefahr für alle. Die Auszeichnung hilft mir möglicherweise, das Thema unter die Menschen zu bringen, insbesondere das Thema Anti-Atom in der Klimabewegung. Wir brauchen mehr Intersektionalität, mehr Zusammenführung der Kämpfe, weil hier steht ja, don't nuke the climate, Atomkraft ist keine Lösung, Punkt.
Was war der Hauptgrund, warum Sie sich gegen die Atomkraft vor Ort engagiert haben?
Ja, wir haben uns bei der Standortverkündung erst einmal informiert und dann sind wir auf die Straße gegangen. Wir haben die Bücher gelesen, wo uns der Professor Weiß verliehen hat und ja, wie gesagt, wir haben uns erst informiert und dann haben wir demonstriert.
Und worüber haben Sie sich in Ihrer so engagierten Zeit am meisten geärgert? Und was hat Sie gefreut?
Über die Regierung in München, weil der Franz Josef zu uns gesagt hat, wir sind die apokalyptischen Narren unserer eigenen Dummheit. Und das ist maßlos frech, sowas.
Und worüber gefreut?
Ja, über viele Polizisten, mit denen wir gesprochen haben in Wackersdorf und die immer gesagt haben, sie sind auch dagegen, bloß das ist halt ihr Arbeitsplatz.
Und wie sehen Sie den Protest der jungen Leute heute? Können Sie ihnen etwas raten?
Ja, sie können sich viel mehr zumuten als wir damals vor 30 Jahren. Wir haben uns wirklich organisiert und alles gekriegt, damit wir Sonntag für Sonntag und auch unter der Woche, wenn was war, teilgenommen haben an alle Veranstaltungen. Und wie gesagt, ich würde den Jungen raten, auf der Straße bleiben, immer wieder. Man hat Erfolg, aber bitte friedlich.